Much like space, the enormity of the ocean isn't comprehensible to our brains. We can throw out numbers and statistics, but it will still never be enough to truly wrap our minds around the sheer magnitude of the depths and pressures found at the bottom of the ocean. The ocean's bottom isn't a flat surface where all points are equally distant from the surface of the ocean. Instead, imagine your nature walk. Even if you live in a relatively flat area of the world, undisturbed natural surfaces come with uneven areas, be they rocks, pits, holes or hills. That's very much like what the ocean's floor is like. The only difference being that this land is covered in water. On average, the ocean goes down to about 12,100 feet, that's 2.3 miles. At this depth, we could stack 6 World Trade Centers on top of one another and still have room for the majority of a 7th. It's here the marked changes in diving down really reveal themselves. Upon beginning the descent, the first thing one begins to notice is the slow loss of light. That being said, this is hardly surprising since we can note this without diving at all. Anyone that has been snorkeling in deep water can tell you that they can't see the bottom. Even with this crystal clear water, light can only penetrate 3,280 feet. After that, it's just like swimming around in total night. This is because most of the sun's energy, what we see as light, is absorbed by the surface of the water. This then rapidly reduces in visibility the deeper one goes. The next thing you'll notice is a change in pressure. Should you dive down with just your body alone, you'll begin to feel like the water is squeezing you. This is because the deeper you go, water is pressing downward on you. Since water weighs a lot more than air, the pressure increases faster. This is why those that explore the deep sea have to do so in pressurized submersibles. If they didn't, they would be slowly crushed. Along this average stretch of ocean are some cool sights. If you manage to reach 8,200 feet, you'll have reached the deepest depth the sperm whale can swim to. Hunters of the fabled giant squid, these beastly mammals can hold their breath for up to 90 minutes at a time as they delve deep for their favourite food. Brave a little deeper to 12,450 feet and you'll have the chance to explore the wreckage of the RMS Titanic. Sunk in 1912 after hitting an iceberg, this unsinkable ship became a testament to the hubris of man. Now it lies along the seabed, perfectly preserving an event that led to our modern day safety standards. Keep in mind that the average depth only looks at the general depth of the ocean, not its extreme depths. If we go down to currently the deepest known point, called the Challenger Deep, we find an astonishing depth of 36,200 feet or 6.9 miles. On this journey down, there is absolutely no sunlight. We lost that a long time ago. However, you'll begin to notice flashes of light in the extreme darkness. At 13,120 feet, you enter the abyssal zone. Water pressure is unimaginably intense and bioluminescent creatures float around, including the horrifying anglerfish and the much cuter flashlight fish. These creatures transform the darkness into a vast universe of twinkling stars. Just a little further down, at 15,700 feet, rests the battleship Bismarck. This pride of the German Navy met its end in 1941 when the Royal Navy managed to sink it in the North Atlantic. Beyond this, however, is a world only 3 men have visited. At 20,000 feet, you enter into the Hadal zone, where the pressure per square inch is 16,000 pounds. While that might sound intense, life still manages to exist. Make it to 29,030 feet and you are now as deep as Mount Everest is high. 31,000 feet brings you to the opposite cruising altitude of a flight, and 35,756 feet now makes you famous. To date, only James Cameron, Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh have made it this deep. While that may be the estimated deepest point, with only 10% of the oceans actually mapped, there's no telling what other depths are out there, waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching Wondermens. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos every week, and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see next.